Well, if they do like physically beautiful or something, I mean, it's not really the art that they're looking at, is it? I mean,
No, they're looking at, I think the landscaping
yeah,
and maybe if the house was newly painted or remodeled or something, whereas. I think for our criteria, we should look for. Like the murals, there are some houses that have murals on them and like the one gentleman, the one family there, they have that. On the fence.
Oh, yeah.
And then, but also I was thinking of artistic. Designs, there's some houses that are, there's one house that looks like a, let's see, southwestern type house. It's over, I believe as you're coming down. Mingo. As you're coming down Mingo from, Yosemite. It'll be on the left side, like almost across from the park. So I was thinking we could do that as far as, the criteria for choosing a home or residence.
What's the criteria? I think that would be something that if you were to put on the website, like if someone let's just say someone has a house that they think is, worthy of a, sort of recognition.
Mhm.
They might ask the city, me, or the commissioners, what's the criteria for that? Yeah, do you have any ideas?
Yeah, I think you should write it up.
Yeah,
Yeah, but I, to your earlier point though, I think we can base the prize and the like logistics on Nick, but then we come up with our own
Yes,
like
yeah.
qualifications.
Mhm.
So I think, yeah, I think I agree with that, if I understand what you're saying. And then,
Mhm.
yeah, and then the key on point, I do think we need to articulate, like, there, some of artistic merit, but then we need to say like, either it has like a big mural on it, or the house itself has some type of,
Historical.
yeah, well, not historical, because then we get into like, but more like,
architectural,
architectural like innovation or like inventiveness or, just something that makes it,
stand out.
stand out, yeah,
Mhm.
in a quote unquote artistic way, because it's hard to qualify,
I
you know what I mean?
yeah.
Yeah, so that's what I mean, it's like, but yeah, that's, but we need to articulate it to a certain extent. So that it's a little more than just a, um, a house that's like painted. So it could be like architectural features, like in my mind, and I'm just, some people have really neat, like designed, cut out iron gating.
Yes.
Like that, yeah, it's not like the standard, anything's
It's
kind of
not the
abstract.
house itself, but
Right.
it could be like that one house, the mural is on the fence.
Yeah,
It's not actually on the house, but something, and then I've seen it to where. There's architecture in the yard, maybe that the homeowner made,
yeah,
statues or something that's. Um, you could tell it's not something that they went and bought, at a chain store or whatever, that it's,
yeah.
it's unusual.
So something like an individualized feature of the dwelling or of like, an art, a feature of the yard or whatever, like a fence is called, or a gate, whatever. A
Yes.
accessory, whatever that's called, I can't think of it right now, but yeah.
But yeah, the
Yeah.
fence, the surrounding border,
Yeah.
all of that.
But not like landscaping, unless the landscaping is like, they have a flower mural or something really spectacular, right?
Or has sculptures that they've made that
Yeah,
they've
exactly,
incorporated.
but I was saying
into
like,
the
it can't
yard.
just be like plants, cause
No,
that's like
no.
garden of month. Yeah.
That's more of
Yeah.
NIC.
Right.
Yes.
So that's where we need to sort of draw, like, it has to have some kind of artistic feature of dwelling or like the yard or something that's individualized to the right? What-
Yeah, I'll get an answer tomorrow, sorry about the delay on that.
And,
But it should, yeah, it should be distinct though from
Mhm.
NIC. and
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
um,
and is theirs by the month, or, I mean,
It's like a
I think
quarter, I
when
think.
we brought that up before, we were
We-
saying.
I think theirs is
it's
a
hard to
month.
do
Is
it
it a
every
month?
month.
yeah, because I saw it on their agenda. I wasn't able to go to their meeting, I think it was last week, but it's on their agenda for House of the Month
But I like having quarter for us.
to
Yeah,
start off with.
Yeah, because we don't wanna run out, like my house, there's nothing artistic about it, it's just like, I think it's a nice house, but there's nothing right here.
So then it could be,
Any like, custom feature, but
Yeah.
I mean, it could even be, like, there's a house near me, I think it's on Highland. They have one of the angels on their house, like that could be enough, you know what I mean?
and who decides
we decide,
as a,
Yeah.
we decide, I think, we would go out, we would, drive around or walk around. Really to really see, or if someone has suggestions,
I think we would
already.
take nominations,
if you have, yeah,
I mean, to keep it fair.
mhm.
I think you're right, we should pick, and then if they don't get picked, they're not disqualified. They just be-
Might get a chance next time.
Yeah, we either rolled over or,
Alright, so what was the $1,600? You said 1,600?
oh, well, no, I said, it was for 14, because I was thinking, if it was for the month. It would, a business and a residence would be picked, so that's $50 for each one. So I was rounding $100 times 12, which is
Oh, got it,
1,200,
okay, got it.
and then $100 for each for best residence and best business.
Gotcha.
So then, if it's just for the quarter, then it would be, obviously,
Did NIC do a plaque? I'm just.
I think they gave some type of award.
Yeah.
I've seen their presentations a few times.
Yeah.
I think they give some type of, like to the homeowner, yes.
Okay.
Mhm.
So that they would have to count for that too. If you want to do that, we don't have to do that, but if you want to do something similar, like. Something they can hang in their house, or I don't know, besides
got the budget for that, is what you're saying.
yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
You just get
The-
a certificate, have
You could do a plaque, you could do just a, whatever. you
well,
want.
I think maybe the certificate for the month and then a plaque for the year, for the best one, maybe.
and we are doing quarters, not months.
Yeah,
I hope.
well, yeah, but you said month for business, you feel like there's more businesses or?
well,
Or should we
like
do
you said,
quarter?
start off doing it quarterly
For
and
us?
then, yes.
Okay. Cause okay.
Cause I think, cause I was thinking but then I started seeing a lot of businesses. That
Oh, yeah.
have
the REIT has
artistic,
a cool, like,
yes.
yeah,
And then the hotel across the way,
yeah,
they did the 3 posts and the
Yeah.
artist did,
yeah, it was
paint,
cool.
they just didn't just install them, so.
Yeah, I was rather, it was cool, yeah, there's all kinds of stuff like that.
We wanna continue it next month and we'll have maybe more information about what
Okay,
NIC does and
yes,
some idea of what the criteria.
Yeah, so I,
would be and stuff,
yeah, we'll vote on it, I would love rather have like Madison here too. I mean, I feel like we'd approve it, I don't mean to get ahead of it, but yeah, I think we have a good idea. And then I really love the idea, and then once we have what you need from, like,
Mhm.
and then.
I don't see it being more than a year, but then it might be less than that, actually, right?
well, now it would, if it's for the quarter, yes.
Yeah.
You want to sculpt like a seahorse for us to give away?
Yeah.
Like we can
But yeah, so
do like a chain.
I'll calculate,
For the quarter,
so that's
$100.
Yeah, we see how much money they do. Yeah, if we do $100, it's just 4 times a
I
year.
mean, cause 50 doesn't sound
That just sounds like, that's cool.
So yeah, so it would end up being 600.
Okay.
Then. Instead of,
Cause ideally they would use it to, I mean, they use it for what they want, but they could like, maintain the cool thing. They need to repaint, it, like, they're just, it's just incentivizing to keep it up, yeah.
but I wanna say, I think NIC does gift cards, I'm
I
not
think
sure.
so, I think they do.
Yeah, I don't think they give out,
It could,
So-
is it a rule? Like a rule?
that you have to use gift cards or,
I don't know, they can't do cash, I know that.
oh, okay, so then
That's
we'll
what,
have
the
to. do
gift card is
something
like
then.
the workaround to that, yeah.
We'll have to do that too then.
Here's
And this will require the chair, probably, or commissioner, to go to city council and present FYI.
Yeah, this would be a thing we have to get approved, I would think.
Oh, they'd be fine with it. Like,
Yeah, but I
commission,
mean, we
yeah,
have to check the box.
yeah, but then you guys would, one of you, probably the chair. Or vice chair, would have to be the one presenting, like, hey, we want to recognize this resident or business or
Oh,
whatever.
well, yeah, like NIC does.
Correct,
At
yeah.
the meetings, yes.
Yeah. It's your idea, you can do it.
Yeah, he's like, no.
I can go do like interpretive dancing. I can support you.
No, I think the whole commission should be there, really.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, look at that.
It's too bad.
No, because
You go for me?
NIC is pretty much, it's just not one person.
I think the one time I was there, it was.
Most of the commission is there
Yeah.
to present, so.
I do a little photo op, yeah,
Mhm.
pretty cool.
Okay,
Okay, so we will, continue this on, to,
so but before what do we wanna have next time? Wanna have a consider?
Yeah, so I'll talk with NIC, see like how they do it, and then get their criteria. I think for the next meeting, we need to have our own criteria. So regardless of what NIC does, I think we need to figure out. What do we think is the architectural
Yes, significant.
significance, or in other, like maybe a couple other categories, architecture. Whatever else we decide, I don't know what we were talking about.
Yeah, cause we gotta be, cause like, we have to define like, I assume the windmill house wouldn't make it, cause it's like different, but it's not really.
Uniqueness.
well, no,
it's not really
I think
artistic,
it would.
yeah.
It
would?
would
Okay.
because of the architecture.
Well, that's cool, that's what I mean, that's what we need
Yeah.
to, so if we wanna say, yeah, that's a cool and different house,
Mhm.
so yeah. so
That
that's what
would
we need
be,
to
in my opinion,
articulate.
that would meet the criteria
I mean, I'm fine with that.
as
but-
far as for architecture.
So, yeah, I think we can be as broad or narrow as we want, we should definitely set some type of, but I like that, it could be. It could look like a windmill, so it's just cool looking house, or like you said, it's just, it looks like a hacienda or something like really
Yes.
cool.
Mhm.
That's a little different, it's not just like a tile roof, but the whole thing, that's like a really cool. It recreates like more than,
Mhm.
that's not just like one thing, so yeah, we just need to spell it out a little bit.
So wasn't I remember being at council when they were doing that, and I think they were more talking about the yard. Like the
The
way,
landscaping.
the landscaping was like a big thing for them,
Yeah.
The
it was
use
more
of
so.
water saving and
Yeah.
doing a drought, tolerant type of,
Yeah,
yes.
they didn't talk about like the visual of the house and how it was designed.
Yeah.
They didn't really talk about that.
So that's what we did, so it's like, and I, like, just cause we're spitballing, but yeah, in my mind, it would be like. More permanent things, like you said, like sculptures in the yard, or they put a mural on the fence, or they took. The time and spent the money to have this like cool features of the house that make it a little unusual, like it's not just like. Hanging flags or banners or something, you know what I mean? Like-
Yes.
Now you're really into the weeds of like.
Yeah.
Well, people are gonna be like.
No, I know,
"Yeah."
I think it's,
So because people will,
Yeah.
But then we do have to interview the owners,
oh, we
the
do,
residents.
see, that's why, yeah, so we need to know that, I wouldn't know.
Yeah, because we have to know who made what or who did, how did they come about putting
Yes.
this, because that also has to be presented to council,
Oh, okay,
when they're giving the certificate or award as to why this particular, place was chosen. And then they
Well,
show
that's
photos,
recognition.
they show photos on the board too, because pictures have to be taken.
Do you know that there's a house made of the eucalyptus trees, bark, or, and there's a lot of, concrete in between the panels of eucalyptus.
That's cool, where did they
It's
do
on the
that?
corner of Noche Buena and the Ford Road.
Oh, I know that house.
I know you do.
Yes.
I'm sure you do.
Yeah.
But there's all kinds of interesting, unusual houses here in Seaside that,
Yeah.
I don't know if they've been recognized before, like the windmill house, I figured it might have been recognized before, but you know, there's no reason why we couldn't.
Yeah, to know how it got to be the windmill house to begin with.
See, that'd be-
Who built
that'd be
it
pretty cool.
and how,
Yeah, why?
yeah,
It'd be cool.
so, okay, all right.
Why? Make all kinds of work for
Yeah.
So, yeah, so we have, you know. Okay, all right.
Yeah, I mean, I can see it now, but that's cool, I
Yeah.
think it's an awesome idea.
Yeah.
We should-
Cause I think we would be, I don't know of any other city that does that. Around here that does merits on a architectural or artistic point. Of houses,
Should go for it. It's a great idea.
okay,
Yeah.
all right, okay, we will continue this,
Cool.
at the next meeting then and. And narrow it down to what we need to do. Move forward. Okay, for the next one, we need to discuss how to spend the last of this fiscal year's funds.
And is that a continuation of the stuff we're like, we could do an event or?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So Artistic House of the Quarter was one of the things that was thrown out as an idea for the last of the fiscal year, so just FYI, as far as what to spend the
Oh,
money on.
yes,
Yeah,
I don't know if there's enough time.
Yeah. we're
Yeah.
gonna-
okay.
Yeah,
And what about the other things, the pop-up or the?
I mean, what we could do is that we did this with the boxes on General Gym. We basically identified how many boxes and then just sent the funds over to Monterey Signs. And then we said, hey, let's just hold on to this. We'll do the designs when they're finished, which
Right.
took a few months, right?
mhm,
So we used the funds and we were able to carry that over to like past the deadline of
Mhm.
the fiscal, end of the fiscal year, so we could do that too, so. We could, let's say you wanna, I mean, I don't see why we wouldn't be able to do this, like you could order like 8 plaques or. How many gift cards, and then we could just purchase them, and then for the plaques, hey, can we design these when we have the design ready, we wanna make sure the order's in.
mhm.
We can buy gift cards now, or we can decide, hey, we wanna buy. Would we even say gift cards to where? Home Depot?
Yeah, I would say probably Home Depot,
Yeah,
you know, I mean, everybody's always working on
send
that.
5 to 10 gift cards or an
Yeah.
amount, yeah.
And
we could
then
do that, and then,
find out how much for the archives, how much that would cost
Yeah, we've
for
got,
the shelving and all that.
yeah, we've got some things on the way.
yeah, we.
So do you know how
we have
much?
Stuff we have to pay for, that's a good.
we have plenty of money, so today I purchased a few boxes for like $500. I think 5 packs of 5. Quite a few.
$500 already, okay.
And then we're gonna get some shelving, I'm not really sure how much, but maybe a couple hundred, maybe a little more than that. Other things that we're gonna buy,
Well, that rack for the big pieces.
Yeah,
and maybe some other kinds of furniture type things.
Yeah.
And I don't know if. You know, the contract with.
Katie?
Katie,
yeah,
so does it have an endpoint or it was just this much money was going to her or? went
Based
to
on
her
the work
for
that she's gonna
this,
do.
this.
yeah, so she gave us a list of things that she was gonna finish. I don't have it memorized top of my head
Okay.
as far as those responsibilities, but
Yeah, if we needed something else from her or,
we can do that.
but I don't know, you know, we'd have to.
get that figured out before, before the interview, so, yeah, an extension of whatever, or an additional contract for her to do something, because she has finished part of it, she's done the inventory. It's quite extensive spreadsheet, and basically she looked at every box and described the size, the condition, the contents, and then some sort of recommendation about digitization versus whatever, rehousing, I think was her word, and I don't know if she means get rid of it
Yeah.
or put it in a different place or different kind of storage, because she also commented that some of the things were improperly stored. And so, you know, she's now working on a report or recommendation or proposal or something like that. And she should have it finished soon, but as far as doing anything more beyond what she said she was gonna do for the $2,500, I don't know if we have that money.
Well, so if we get a contract in and submitted before June 30th. And let's say the work will take place after that, that's fine, we'll still use the funds that are for this
Okay.
fiscal year, that's okay.
Okay,
So,
yeah,
Yeah, I mean, if we get that report, we could just, like,
Yeah.
whatever. We just have to. Whatever recommends, if we agree with it, like, we could just earmark. it. Like, oh, if she can do the work, I guess.
yeah,
If it's work she can do.
like, I would probably suggest you guys approve, you know. An X amount, of, you know, we wanna allocate $2,000
Mhm.
or whatever for,
more
for Katie,
archival,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, in case, you know, things further down the road in the next few months, like I would suggest that. It seems like she would, I'm not entirely sure, so,
Yeah,
and if not, then okay, we don't do, then you don't do it then. So. But that still leaves you guys with about. $2,000 to spend, it's up to you guys what you would suggest, you know, like you can buy the gift cards, you can do that.
and
Yeah, let's get this rolling. I mean, I hope that everybody would wanna. I know we have to vote on it,
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, that's good.
so, no,
So we got like $4,000 is what I'm
Mhm.
hearing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so so the supplies are gonna cost maybe 1,000 and all. We don't know about the shelving, how much that costs.
I would probably 500 or less, yeah, if
Okay.
you're gonna get two more of those big ones, I don't think it'd be that
Okay.
much.
And then that thing that we looked up, the rack for storing some of those big pieces. It's another $300.
Yeah.
Um,
yeah, I'm
Yeah.
fine. So in my mind, with this money, I'm fine prioritizing. The archives, I'm just continuing to get those in really good shape.
mhm.
So I don't know how we wanna estimate that based on the knowledge we have now, and then I think we still have plenty. To do what you wanna do, we can earmark. You know.
Mhm.
A certain amount today, we can vote on that, and then,
Yeah.
and then we should be good, but I just don't know how much.
yeah.
Yeah,
It's-
how much we
It's hard
can,
to know.
yeah,
Sandra, you
Yeah.
have something?
What do you think of the question? Will she be available for adding to the archives? Like I've got at least 4 items that should be added to it. It's in my office that just, or in my closet. And I'm gonna put whatever's in my office in the closet at least until they get moved. And I'd like to make sure I move them when she's there, if that's possible, so they can be added to the inventory. Is that a possibility? And, so I'm a little confused about that. That's.
Well, yeah, the thing is,
Go ahead.
now she's got everything by location. You know, she's got the list of the,
Mhm.
like the pull-out shelves, which one and which shelf these things are on. That's the location. So if we put anything new into the collection, then it would be in whatever location there's left. I mean, or, you know, we don't want to move things around right now until we decide.
Or add,
And,
right?
yeah, well, we could,
That's
I
what
guess we
mean.
could add, they could be at the end of the spreadsheet, or, you know, and we also have this shelf that Michael and I started of sort of a staging shelf of things that might be used in the history exhibit. So those, you know, are separate. She called it staging shelf, and whatever's on there now is what she recorded, but more things could be on there, I guess, you know, to do something with.
Because I have things to add also,
Yeah.
as you
Yeah.
saw. So, yeah, so it's
So,
kind of like,
It's
Yeah.
covered in her scope of work.
Yeah,
or
that's what
we
I don't
yeah,
know.
we need it
Yeah.
open-ended, really.
Probably have to.
So what does her contract say? Do you know?
I don't have it,
Have it.
Alright.
But that sounds like, to me, just thinking, just thinking out loud, if it were me and I hadn't already itemized it, like, I'd be like, oh, well, you won't need to assess new material. So that would be part of the new contract, which we want to do anyway. Because she's going through what we already have, right? That's what it sounds
so here's
like.
what the services, initial inventory and organization and rehousing of materials.
So
Rehousing?
you,
Or rehousing, so initial
She's-
inventory and organization,
She did that, but.
and
she
then
didn't-
comma, rehousing of materials. So I'm assuming like rehousing the stuff like into new boxes, I would assume that's what it is.
Something that's in the wrong
like,
place.
storage.
Yeah,
Yeah, but so in my mind, that means new stuff would be a new contract, because she's just going through what is already.
What we
there.
have now,
That,
yeah.
in my mind. And that's just my opinion, but, you know, she may be like, it's fine. Yeah, but I bet she'd be like, oh, yeah, well, you have more stuff, I'm happy to look at it, here's.
Yeah, I think, yeah, we need to allow room also for new items, and then also, because it doesn't state, like like you were saying, the stuff that we have, all of it, are we keeping, or is some of it going to other entities that really have nothing to do with Seaside? I mean, who's going to decide that?
Well, she makes a recommendation on the
She makes the
spreadsheet.
recommendation, and then it's up to us
Yeah.
to say, well,
Yeah,
this is kind of peripheral, or else, oh, well, you might not think it's important to have Seaside High School stuff here, but we do, so.
Yeah.
so it's just a recommendation,
Yeah,
but yeah,
that's-
you're right, we have to.
Those are some of the things she was saying, that, look, you have all this stuff from Seaside High School, and do you want it? And mostly we do, I think, you know, because Stephen was the one who brought it over,
Yes.
kind of, and, yeah.
Yes, and
And we
I
had a
think,
nice
yeah.
exhibit, or more than one, featuring that, also including the ethnic portraits, which are related to CSI. So anyway, I mean, she may make recommendations, but it's up to us to decide
Okay.
the scope of what we want to have, and, yeah. And if there is stuff that's duplicates, or it's peripheral to, it's not really anything to do with Seaside, or, but, so, yeah.
Yeah, so I think. This is just my opinion, but I mean, I think if we just figure out. So you already have money that you're counting, you already counted for the stuff you already ordered,
yeah, so we have 5,000,
yeah,
spent about $500 today. And then send in $500 for,
The shelving.
yeah, the shelving and
And
stuff.
this thing is $300, so I don't know about the shipping. I didn't even think about that, but, oh, yeah, that's gonna be a big cost if we get this big piece of.
I would say to be safe, we have about $3,500 left.
Okay,
so I would. Depending on how much, so we have. It's hard without a report, but I would almost be like, earmark like a similar contract amount? Because it sounds like we have new material for her to assess, then when she's done with whatever report, it sounds like you wanna ask her to execute. Sounds like we're gonna ask her to do some of the work that's in her report, if
Yep.
it's, yeah, so, I mean,
Hope so.
I think we could earmark a similar amount, and then if we need more money, we'll be in a new fiscal year, so we could like, you know,
And you'll know, tomorrow,
yeah,
tomorrow's our budget.
yeah.
So we basically requested another $5,000 for for art history commission projects,
Okay,
pretty broad.
okay.
And that's in addition to your $3,500 consumables.
Okay.
Yeah, or $3,000, something like that, I don't know the price.
So in my mind, yeah, so in my mind, I'm comfortable. Like earmarking most of this to keep the archives going. And then using the remainder. It would be better if we knew how much they gave away for the house or the RV or whatever. But then earmarking it for that. But I mean, if we wanna do 100, then we could. So that's like
Well, if we wanna,
$800 plus for each quarter for business and a house, so that's $800, and then 2 more somethings for like the winners out of the. Cause it sounds like we'll have, sorry, I'm bad at math, so I gotta talk it out. So we have 4 businesses, 4 houses, however much you wanna do. And then out of that pool, there's 2 more winners,
Mhm.
right? But
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we need 10
so if we said,
10 prizes, so to speak,
Yeah.
or citations, yeah, right?
What's the value of these price, $50?
Well, that's what I mean, well, that was when we were gonna do on 12, right? So.
Yes.
Yeah. So
You wanna keep it still at
No.
that
No, I think,
amount for the
100?
quarter?
I think 100 is better, but we should probably look at,
that's what I
I
mean,
see,
it's
or-
better if we knew.
or
I
we say,
Yeah.
yeah, if we say we wanna, you know, spend 35, well, however much on the archives, and then
I would say it was
spend 1,000 on set
$3,500,
aside
yeah.
1,000.
You could say we spent up to $2,000 for the archives. Up to, right? You don't have to spend all the big, up to, and then you can put the rest, 1,500 for the house thing. I don't know what we're calling it.
Yeah,
You can do that.
yeah. House of Artistic Merit. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
But yeah,
And then I was also thinking, I mean. So maybe we could bring back the scholarships for the high school students, could that be in the budget too?
That would be really- But it's a lengthy process. You
Mhm.
have to
Yeah.
get the nominations, and then you have to have somebody review them, and you award the prizes.
Mhm.
we won't do that. Well, we're getting new
It could be
money.
done,
Yeah.
you know, over
So
time.
save that idea and we'll get a
Yeah,
budget. We can
yeah.
talk about that as soon as we get,
Yeah,
because that sounds, not exactly what you're talking about, but I like the story.
we used to
Yeah.
have a, well, it was the jazz.
Jazz art show.
That was
Ah,
doing
okay.
that, that was,
That was a fundraiser to get the money for the
Mhm.
scholarships.
Mm.
But if we don't have a fundraiser, then we just use the money, extra money that we have, and say that we're gonna do it, and then we can award it next year. Just like you said, you could do with the money for the artistic house of the month,
Mhm.
or the quarter, I'm sorry. Yeah,
Yes.
but that would work really well, I think.
yeah, I
Because,
think-
we could just award maybe 2 scholarships. And it could be whatever amount you want it to be. The students will appreciate it.
What do we-
$50 at least.
What did we use?
$100.
What do we used to give you? Remember? Well, not we, but what did you used to give? I don't
it was 300 and 500, I think,
That sounds right. That sounds-
300 and 500, I think is what it was.
for them,
I'm really bad at numbers, that's why I
for
say
them, they're hard.
Yes, but it encompassed all the arts.
Yeah.
It was like, I think it was music. It was, art and then
Poetry, I think we had.
yes. So it was a broad range of arts that we did.
And you already took the money out that we were last meeting for the $500 for the Jedi.
Yeah.
Yeah, that came out of the
Okay.
consumables budget.
Oh,
All right.
Oh, okay.
Just wanna make sure.
So,
So if we say 1,500 for archives equipment and supplies that we already are.
yeah, so we'll budget 1,500, but we already spent 500 of that for the boxes.
So we have $1,000.
So we have 5,000 total, 1,500 is going to archives, we already spent 500 of that, so we have 1,000 left, which shelving and whatever else we want to get there, so $1,000 for that. That means we're at $3,500, right?
Okay,
That can be split between archive, services, the house and business of the year thing. I was gonna suggest, so Lynetta is finishing, I think they're gonna finish mural, or start the mural on the 13th.
That was
At
good.
Katina.
Yeah. that was
wow, the after tomorrow?
Yeah,
All right.
so what you could do is you could approve for something to do, you could, do some sort of launching or like an unveiling, right?
Mm-hmm.
The event thing we talked about.
Yeah, you could hire, you could
Well,
hire a
yeah.
DJ. You can hand out free food, but you would pay for it, obviously, right? It's up to you guys what you want. I don't think it's on the Parks and Rec Commission's radar to do that. I talked with Dan about it, and I think he mentioned it to the commission, but I'm not sure what they're gonna do with it. So if you wanna do something, you can, you have the money to do it, DJ, I'm just spitting ideas, like food,
Yeah,
music, whatever.
yeah,
That's what brings people out.
right. I guess my question would be like, how are we gonna staff it?
Oh, we can have bar stuff, good, break time.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
because I was like,
Have like a 2-hour event, 3 hours, and talking, say, hey, we're having this out, here's some free food, check out the mural, invite Lynetta to be there.
yeah,
Yeah,
and then we could buy, or,
you can buy things to hand out to people.
that's what I was gonna say,
Yeah,
yeah,
our stuff
yeah,
that we still have in the thing.
Yeah.
or you buy like a.
Flag.
You can buy skateboards and hand out. to
Well, that's what I
kids.
was- yeah.
You can do that too.
Do some kind of like raffle,
Yeah.
if you're present,
Ooh, right.
if you're present, they pull us out there, and then,
Yeah.
like, if the kids are skating there.
You would get people,
Give
people will
them a-
come, if they're, you can put
Yeah.
on a post and social media, like, free skateboards, free food, come join us for our mural, and you get people.
Yeah, you can't do like a
Could we have,
sweepstakes, but you could do, cause that's, a lot of legal stuff, but if you did, the staff just have tickets. I
Yeah.
had like we had like one or two skateboard decks.
Raffle tickets, yeah.
And they get raffle tickets, and then whatever kids were skating there, it's called numbers, so one of the kids that was still skating there, or tutoring around had a number. And you'd be like, there you go, there's your tag.
Yeah.
Because not everybody, not all the kids.
Can we have an artist paint the skateboards? Like they did at,
There was
they
time.
had it at Blues in the Park. They had someone that was doing.
Well, here's what you probably need to decide. So we're gonna decide on the archive money, how much we're gonna spend, I don't know. We did it for residents. If you wanna do this event thing, you need to decide how much you wanna spend total. And we can get the details later. But you guys need to vote on those things. You need to vote on how much for the archives, how much for the house of the year thing, and how much you wanna spend for this event.
Yeah,
And then we can get into. Out of that, you set aside what out of that you wanna put for food or for a raffle prize or hire someone to do the painting, whatever it is you wanna do, but like. Just worry about the amounts, that's what I would focus on, and then get into the details later.
Okay.
a neat, it's
Look
easy.
at this color.
Is he really? Okay.
Not shit. Oh, yeah.
I think we have a name. Artistic Business and House of the Year. And then we do it quarterly to end up with the finalists for the year.
Yes,
Yeah, we get
It'll be
quarterly.
simple. That's how NIC does it. They do it every month and then they pick. Or we can, I don't know what they do at the end of
Less
December.
pressure if you do it quarterly.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just to
that's-
start off with, yeah,
Yeah,
that's
it's a
true.
lot of pressure to try to do it monthly.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Even if you did it every other month, it's still hard.
Yeah, so, and then we could also. Since we're getting more, money tomorrow supposedly,
We'll see if it's approved or not, yeah.
we could also. Like if something could wait, like we're not gonna lump something next year. Like we can't decide. We could always say like, oh, well, this thing will just, we know we wanna put money towards it once, like we have it together. I mean, look at that too. Like we can't, like we're not have money to do all three.
Yeah.
But maybe we just wanna do. Maybe we don't wanna do it then. If we don't wanna do it then, we don't.
I mean, that's a good idea, but it takes some.
Well, that's what I mean, I'm not
preparation
gonna,
And all that.
so if we earmark the money, does the city, the city will do it?
The event you could do easy. I
I
mean, all these,
I
I think all
can't
these.
plan the event, it'd be awesome to see, but I
Alright.
can't plan.
I can help you guys with that, don't worry about it. It's more so finding a day that works best for you guys to be there. That's probably the most challenging part, probably like a Saturday.
Mm.
I mean,
See,
We gotta go.
I just walk down, I just
Maybe
walk down the
just-
hill with my
it'd be
skateboard.
great if we get one
Yeah.
commissioner to be.
What
I mean,
about
I can walk down the hill with my skateboard, that'd be it.
Sunday, good day?
But I would not worry about the details. I would say, okay, we want to approve like a payment for, let's say for the event, we want to approve money of no more than $800 or $1,000, $700, whatever you want to pick. That would include the food, the raffle prizes, and that's it or something. There you go. And then we want to allocate or set aside $2,000 for the archives. That Katie, we could charge Katie for it to do this, and we want to set aside $1,000 for the artist thing with the gift cards and the plaques, whatever it is.
Okay.
So we
Okay,
have,
so we've got,
$3,500.
okay, so we have, let me make sure I got this right. We have 1,500 for the supplies for the archives, 2,000 for possible extra archivist activities. And then what was the last amount? Was 500 for the house?
I was just spitting numbers. I
No,
was not.
1,000,
1,000?
yeah,
Oh, cause you got our business and,
yes.
Yeah, it's 8,
yeah.
and then it's 8 quarter final, it's like 8 finals. 2 different categories.
Sarah, what's the math on that?
And then 2 finals.
Yeah, that's.
I saw a new mural today on a business.
So, okay. Oop, that's wrong. Hang on.
Open, yeah, open ground is.
No, I wasn't there, it was,
Yeah.
oh, yeah.
I know, I see them all
That's
over.
gonna be.
it was a bakery.
So right now we're at 4,500. And that's including the 500 that's already spent.
$500 more dollars to spend.
I mean, you could always just, because the current contract with Katie is 2,500, right?
Yeah,
So just bump that up to 2,500
There you go.
okay.
and you're taking care of it.
Yeah.
What's the allocation for the other ones?
So we have 1,500 for the supplies for the archive
Okay,
and then 1,000 for the artistic house and business.
okay, what about for the event?
I didn't have an amount for that. Do you want to make that the 500
Do
then?
that one,
Okay.
sorry.
It's just,
I mean, if
put
y'all,
it there.
if y'all wanna do an event, I don't make staff do an event. If you don't wanna do an event.
Sure.
Oh, no, staff.
They'll be
they-
fine.
they love to do.
Staff.
Really?
like
Staff?
this.
The,
didn't have any.
be fine. They want money, they want hours.
I don't
Yeah,
even know what
that's
it's-
true.
Yeah.
That's true.
But I wanna make an event so it'll put the commission out there. Not you guys, but like, hey, there's our history commission.
We did
We're,
this
we're,
mural.
we're pushing art. We wanna push more public art, like, yeah.
Well, yeah, well, we can vote on
More
that.
commissioners that.
So all right, I'll make the motion. To approve our money. With the following allocations. The $2,000. To continue Katie's archivist work,
Mhm.
$1,000. To start the artistic house recognition program.
House and business.
Slash business.
Yes, thank you, house and business recognition program. And then $500 for the
Event.
mural unveiling event, skate park mural. event.
And then there's also the 1,500 for the supplies.
Oh, I thought we already did, no, okay,
Well,
and the
that-
1,500
That,
that we're spending on the actual archive supplies.
Mhm.
Shall we
I need a second.
forget about the scholarship or we're gonna think about that for next year?
next year,
Let's do it
that
next
takes some more.
Really in 1 month. Next year,
Yeah,
The 1 month is next year.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
since-
true.
So-
Yeah, that's true.
We're just trying to spend the money we have and then if we do this, then we get more money.
makes sense.
And then
Okay,
Okay, good.
are we ready?
I need a second still.
Well, somebody, I need a, I need
Oh.
a, somebody has a second.
I
the motion.
second.
Okay, then we have to vote.
Okay.
Uh,
All the voters?
okay, Commissioner Silverio, aye. Commissioner Brown, Commissioner Avery, aye.
All right.
Yay.
Motion has passed.
We spent.
Spend some money.
Good job.
I'm usually spend money on that too. Too good at spending.
C,
Yeah, yeah.
we'll move on to C, posthumous recognition of William Jody Bellamy.
Yeah, it's,
I came across something today, just to let you know. He was, I have the first program of the Seaside Jazz Art Show.
Oh.
And he was a part of that.
Mhm.
And it also stated that he finished a mural at a local church.
Oh.
we don't.
Yeah,
I think it was New Hope.
Oh.
I'm wondering if that mural
Does
is
it
still.
still exist? Is it inside? Must be
Yeah, it's inside, it's
Oh.
inside, it's not on the outside of the church. So, I don't know when, you know. This needs to be done, but I don't know when. Until, get more, information and then also. If it's done, the family needs to be there, and I don't know if his, really Mrs. Gomes, she lives nearby, but his other family members, I don't know if they live locally.
No, is it Hollister or Las Vegas?
Yeah, I think she lives there,
Yeah, his wife,
yes.
yeah.
Mm.
But, his daughter was at the funeral
Mm.
and she made sure it got put together. I'm sure she's still interested in being involved. And, I was thinking if we do this scholarship. Anyway, the scholarship, we could do it in this name.
Yes.
So he was he was really involved doing all kinds of art projects around Seaside. And for the city,
Mhm.
and that would be.
That's a great idea. Yeah.
Okay, yes,
That's something we can work on.
And,
That's-
yeah, it can be in the future and not
Yeah,
necessarily
not
at
right
at an event,
Yeah.
a memorial or whatever like that, but, yeah.
okay, yes, that's a
That just
fantastic
came to
idea.
I wrote it down, so I wouldn't.
Yay.
No, that's a fantastic idea.
Yeah, would be a one-time thing, I don't think that'd be.
Yeah, we can continue.
On, yes,
Yay.
We just have to, like, email the family, make sure they're cool with it, I guess, which I should assume they would. be. So that they were aware and could bless it.
Adrian, his daughter, what she thought. She probably liked that.
so when could we? The timing,
It seems to me that it's something that you talk about at the next meeting. When we have a chance to. Agendize it
okay,
as something that you're gonna do. Cause you haven't really decided you wanna do the scholarship, it's not on.
No, okay,
Yeah,
So roll over for next meeting?
Yes,
but
yeah.
I, but put in the scholarship. That's
Yeah, no, it's
Yeah.
there.
okay.
Yeah,
okay,
so,
to have it more,
Yeah.
concrete.
so that works for you in
Yes.
lieu of, that would be enough? I just wanna make
Well, no,
sure.
I think he still needs to be reckoned, I still think that. And maybe there needs to be money put aside, because normally when we do. We also give a plaque to the family.
Yeah.
That's presented by the mayor to the family. Um. You know, not only, for, because he was a city employee also.
Yeah.
For a long time.
They did the seal, didn't they?
Yes,
Big
he
deal.
did.
The one that's
Yeah.
on
So
the.
that also needs to be recognized,
So, yeah, what I'm hearing, so here's what I'm thinking. Let me know if this sounds right to you, I'm just, again, I just throw myself out there, I think what we do is we go with. Go on next, unless it's tomorrow, a well-timed city council meeting. And we propose to them. We may not have to propose to them a scholarship, we may just be able to do that, so we want to put a scholarship in this guy's name. We wanna. Since he's a city employee and did the seal, I think they should do like a citation. Like, we used to be big on doing, you know what I mean? Like
Yes.
recognizing.
You have to talk to
Yeah,
them.
yeah, and then
Yes.
we present like a plaque
mhm.
to any family that can attend.
And
At the
maybe-
meeting, and then what else would you like to do?
And maybe have a plaque, maybe. Where, next to where the seal is at. Have some type of little commemoration stating who. Made the seal, put his name there, one of
Like-
those,
In memory or something?
Yeah.
yes. Mhm.
Yeah, so that sounds awesome.
To recognize that he did that,
Yeah, we could get one of those, the same type that's on the one that's on display in City Hall, that was one of the founding. There's a, tag,
Mhm.
but it's brass,
yes,
yeah, and we could
Yes.
get one made like that. I tried to get one for the Oaxaca art. But, and I sent them all the information, talked to the people at, Broadway Signs and everything, but it just somehow just got lost. Wait,
Yeah.
but I don't wanna see that happen, please.
I gotta
Oh,
go.
right.
Could you talk about, well, I guess there's only Emerson to kind of
You can't vote,
persuade, but
by the way,
You can't vote,
can't vote on anything.
yeah, if you leave, you can't vote.
Yeah,
I mean,
I think the meeting just has to be adjourned because of this quorum.
well,
Everything can
the
be
thing
rolled
about
over.
the history, we just wanted to talk about what we did today. Francois and I met at Michael's house and talked about some things about the timing and the content and all that. And we were gonna try to recruit more people to help because Francoise is working and then she's gonna be away, and then Michael has all these health issues, and anyway, we would like to
yeah, to
encourage strongly other people to help. with
to
it.
help out with the exhibit, because it has to be up by the end of September.
No, the end of
No,
August.
end of
right?
August,
Yeah.
so, so we'll,
Yeah, when
the
was
Ron
the art
Commission
in? The
report,
art
yeah.
in is like the,
September 7th.
oh, okay, we got a whole weekend.
Before we adjourn, can we do like staff and?
I just think so, because there's something being voted
No,
on.
no, no, yeah. I
I
just-
can still do reporting, just can't vote on anything.
Yeah, I just wanna hear about like
Okay,
the stuff, like, Lynetta, and then if there's any movement on the.
Yeah, and then as far as
whatever, Yeah.
I've already got the things that you guys have listed
Yeah.
for what you want rolled over, so we don't need to.
For
discuss that.
Gully, yeah, and then
Okay.
noted what we're gonna,
Yeah.
we can vote on that next time.
Yeah.
Somebody just has to write like a citation on it. We lost, the person needs to cheat. Who was so hot on writing those? Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
who's that?
You'll let always wait
Yeah, I
for
was right there.
Oh,
Yeah, she's not a member. We can always count on her for that. That was really good
yeah,
recognition. So, Yeah, can we do that? Can we move on to the, I don't have anything to report. But. You were in, yeah,
Blues in the Park is coming up, the second, I believe it's the 14th of July.
Mhm.
I know we have a meeting before that, but however, if anyone wants to, because we still have those boxes, I have the cups, I have the cloth bags. And I think buttons and whatever to pass out. So if anyone wants to volunteer, I will be able to do it the 14th or the 21st of July. And it is through, I believe, August 18th.
It's 5 Sundays.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so it'll end on the 11th, August 11th. I can do the 28th and the 4th myself. But if anyone wants to volunteer, listen to good music,
So
chit chat
it's
with people.
July
the
14th,
14th.
21st, and then the 11th, right?
Yes,
You can do 20th and the 4th.
I can do the 28th and the 4th.
Okay, so that's the first two and the last
14th, you
one.
mean, not the 4th,
Huh?
of July?
No, the 4th of August.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, it starts on the
I'm sorry.
14th, it starts on the 14th of July.
You can do what was it, sorry?
The
the fourth?
July 28th and August 4th.
Okay.
And if anyone else wants to volunteer for the other days, well, ask her to,
yeah,
You
to
can
tag
come.
along,
you might want to.
you got
I'll tell her that
music,
Danny
you have
Glover's gonna
food,
be there again.
you have great weather, great entertainment. I mean, they have some really good groups.
Oh, yeah,
I got my Seaside newsletter. And they have it. So that's my thing to, cause people love to get anything with the name Seaside on it.
Yeah.
so Chuck's.
And also, oh, well, this coming Saturday is Juneteenth at Laguna Grande Park.
Yeah.
Fortunately, I have to work. I would have tabled with more stuff there. So if anyone is interested in tabling this, it's from 1 to, I believe, 4:30.
Yeah. already.
Oh, and Danny Glover is gonna be there.
Wow.
Danny Glover is going to be there.
I know. Me and Danny Glover reenacted the Lethal Weapon. Yes.
Ever since Nugget.
Yeah. Yes. Not.
Not the bad Nugget.
Yeah.
Just the
I'm just
movie
playing
part.
in Murtaugh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just playing the character.
Well, but I think that, that, so we have, summer is starting and we have our outdoor events and, it's a way to, let people know that we're out there, that we're here.
And I would suggest tabling for July 4th too.
Yeah, what's
That's
the
the,
event this year? Says there's another thing at Black Horse or is it somewhere else?
it's gonna be at City Hall lawn.
It's the red, white, and blues.
Oh, okay.
We're shutting down Canyon Del Rey, we have the farmer's market, same day, so they have vendors there. And
Oh,
so,
that's
we're doing the usual, like music, games for kids, not rides, but, activities.
I should bring back the bed races. Like,
Bed-
people miss
bed
this.
races?
Yes, we'll make the bed race, the beds, for the bed races.
Will
He-
Oh,
That's what I found out, so.
oh my gosh.
Bed races?
Yeah, we said bed races.
They
Coming
would
down,
make actual beds
mhm.
that they would do like whatever
Like
size
wheels
they
on the
want,
bottom?
and they put wheels on them, and mostly it was the people from the military would love to do this. They would push them down the street and race them. Down, and it would be down Canyon Del Rey, and then they'd have baby races where they had the crawlers, the little crawling babies, trying to, parents trying to get them on a straight line. It's hilarious, on the lawn at City Hall.
Yeah.
That'd be easier to do than bed races, but that was part of it, one of the things.
Probably less of a safety hazard in this day and age too.
With the keys, yeah.
Well, by the way.
Well, no, I'm talking about the bed races being a safety hazard, someone falls off or themselves.
I'm
Well-
sure the insurance companies killed it.
They didn't worry about it those days, you didn't have no seatbelt or anything, they dress up in fancy,
The
outfits,
pajamas, yeah.
pajamas and stuff, with bonnets, and the guys would be all muscular from the military, and they'd all be pushing those.
We actually have pictures in the archives of that,
Nice.
that
think
we're
I've seen
hoping
them.
to show, yeah, we're hoping to show for the exhibit. Yes.
Yeah, I would come to that exhibit.
Staff communication,
Yeah, what's up?
Oh,
Go ahead, Sandra.
the current reception was very well attended. I had a wonderful helper here.
I wasn't there, was,
Where did you, weren't you?
no?
No. It was Haley, it was Haley,
Yeah,
okay.
I didn't know that you can, I couldn't.
And it was something that, oh, you helped with the, art in.
Yes.
But, anyway, it was really well attended, and Charmaine and them just stepped right up and did everything that needed to be done, and helped with the food, and brought food and everything, and we did bring a little bit of food. I brought a little bit of food because it was me, I was part of the exhibit, and, they handed out the prizes, and we had a full, house and in the council chambers, and it looked like it was full all the way around in the gallery at one point before the conference, the prize winning giving out. And it was well done, and we enjoyed it, and they stayed, and they were surprised that it didn't last till 9 o'clock. I thought it was hilarious.
party,
Because
party.
everybody left at 8:30. It was empty almost at 8:30.
That's because I was used to 8:30 being the end.
Yeah, but it was funny because of different group of people, of course, but the same artists that we have for everything else, pretty much. But it was funny that they couldn't believe that it was over before 9 o'clock. So I said, well, when I had my little meeting with the Seaside Artists Association, I said, there's no point in having it longer than that, because people go home.
It's true, it starts emptying out naturally by 8:30.
And the lights went off like it.
The timer.
Oh, yeah.
The timer, yeah. Oh, I guess it's.
Yeah. And it was a pretty good, really good feeling to get there and have a whole group of people that actually came. And I think it's because most of the artists came because they had prizes, I think. I'm pretty sure that's one of the reasons. A lot of people brought their families with them. That's pretty much all I had to share with you. I do have a calendar made up for next year. I think I shared it with you last time. But since then, I decided or found out that instead of doing a photography exhibit and having a photography group host it, like we have different groups for different things, like we always have different groups. We have 3 slots of 2 months each, where we usually have a group
Mhm.
that hosts it. But I couldn't get a photography group because my favorite one didn't want to do 2 exhibits in the year. But
Wow.
they said they couldn't do that. So I was
Hmm.
talking to Joanne, who lives right across the street from the city hall, who came and helped us
Oh, yes.
during the reception, during art in and art out. She helps a lot. Anyway, she is a quilter, and she knows a lot of fiber artists, and she does fiber art on her quilts. And there's a distinction between quilters who just do the traditional
Mhm.
patterns and stuff that everybody does, and people who do artistic fiber art with their quilting.
Mhm.
And they have over 200 members in their guild.
That's a lot of people.
Wow.
I was shocked when I found that out. I had no
Hmm.
idea. And she is the president of that guild. So she wants to do that. So
Oh, okay,
I'm
great.
bringing them July, August next year. Instead of a photography exhibit, we'll do a fiber art exhibit.
Oh, okay,
with,
great.
With the ones that have to be under glass or away from touch in the cases.
Yeah.
And the three-dimensional type in the cases, and then everything else on the walls. And it's gonna be some very good art done on these quilts. The quilting has become really big and different type of art that people are gonna be amazed with. So I'm really looking forward to that. She's gonna work with me and I'm gonna, not Joanne, Carol Setnick she likes doing things with the computer. She's good at it. She knows how to design things and she knows how to use a spreadsheet and she's relentless about getting the artists to meet deadlines and things. So I'm gonna hope that she'll help us with that exhibit because she and Joanne are good friends. So it's gonna be exciting next year.
Okay, great.
It's the biggest thing that I have to report. Also in February, the fall art exhibit is gonna continue through January. This time.
Oh, okay.
So we only have 1 month to do Black History. And we're having a group come from Los Angeles that has a gallery. It's a Black gallery. And they have artists from all over the world that are gonna be involved and they're bringing the art here. I don't know why they wanna do it, but they do.
I told you Mrs. Watts is no longer,
Uh,
Mrs. Watts is no longer gonna do them.
we're still having a Black History program.
But she's still, okay.
Oh, yeah, she's involved with that. She's
Oh,
still
okay.
involved, but she can't do the computering or making the program. She stopped doing that, and that's why I ended up doing it, because she was doing the program, but she was cutting and pasting with scissors. So she couldn't deal with the computer.
Yeah.
That's how it ended up being my job, to do the program. But now they understand that the people that were working with me this year, understand that I need a lot more support than I was getting from them, and that we need to start a lot sooner to plan it instead of waiting till the last minute. But I put out a call to have a meeting and nobody responded, so I have to keep bugging them. And that's just the way it is. But it's gonna be just 1 month and we'll have a reception and everything during that month. And we'll still have the Black History program on that third Sunday, like we always do. So it's gonna be different. And then also the biggest thing that I probably should put on the agenda for next month, but I won't be here next month.
Oh,
It's my anniversary,
oh,
30 years with Willie Gregg.
wow.
The one and only.
Yes, and we're gonna do something special. I think we're gonna go to Big Sur. That's
Oh, fun.
so far. So we won't be here for July 9th. Sorry, I just can't do it. But I'm really thinking about scaling back the youth art competition. Instead of having high school, middle school, and elementary, I think we should go back to the original where we had only high school. High school needs both of those cases. When we have the middle school and elementary in one case, with high school, it's just too much. And it scrunches all the high school in one case and they really could fill them both. They could fill the whole gallery easily. If they can't fill it all the way around, they will make it look very presentable without using the back. But I'm sure that they can use the whole thing.
Wow.
So I really would like to scale it back to just high school. And that would solve the problem of having the judges try to deal with the different age levels. They don't have a problem with it, but the problem is when the art comes in, it's just too confusing for the people who are helping. It's too confusing for the judging because somehow things get scrambled, not put in the right place and judged with the wrong grade level. I think it will solve a whole lot of problems if we only have high school. So that's something I would like to bring up at the next meeting and talk when we have everybody here.
Okay.
I won't be in the numbers.
Well, then
We can put it on.
Whatever. Agenda.
The whole year.
Yeah, yeah, we can put it on the August agenda.
Yeah, that's what I would, that works. So, but that's something I've been thinking about a lot. I thought about maybe making it middle school and high school, but I still think that we'll run into the same problem of having things put in the wrong place or misjudged by the, levels. And this will make it easier for everybody. So that's something I'd like to present and have the commission give me their take. That's all. Sorry. Off that ledge.
Okay, so Lynetta's, I think starting the 13th, Lynetta.
The
Muralist.
Park,
The ones that did the fire station.
Oh,
they're doing a skate park, you know.
oh,
Yeah.
okay, so that was decided, okay, I
Yeah.
keep hearing, yeah, so. Okay,
They took a few recommendations from, I think Leslie and I, about taking out the Seaside scripts. And then some other thing that was on there,
Gender, making it boys and girls.
that
oh,
thing and then something else. But then it's more Leslie's thing.
oh, the bicycle thing.
Yeah, I think they took that out too. No, yeah, they took
They
that out.
had to.
They have to.
Bikes are
Yeah.
technically allowed.
So Leslie's more, since she's the primary contact with them, like I'm only hearing things from Leslie about like updates and stuff like that. I think Leslie moved forward and just executed, I think she bring it to the council. For the utility box. That's in motion though, so
Mhm.
again, she's the point of contact, so it's not me, so it's first, I'm just getting things from her here and there.
I saw the announcement for the space over there.
Yeah. So we're doing
Yeah.
that. This will be, I believe, Sarah's last meeting as the clerk.
Yeah, Haley's gonna be taking over cooking for me.
Who?
What are you doing?
My other work.
Ah, congratulations.
If you
Yeah,
So Haley, I remember her. she's
Yes.
her yet.
Mhm.
She's gonna be taking that over, to see her in Sarah's spot. Trying to think, tomorrow's the budget for so tonight and tomorrow. Tonight is other departments were up for tomorrow. You can watch that on Zoom, and YouTube, of course. But who knows when we're gonna be up, but I'm assuming things are gonna pass with commissions. I think other things are more important as far as like budgetary financial stuff, than our departments. So
Yeah.
we'll see what happens. But yeah. It's kind of all I got. You guys, yeah.
Thank you.
So.
You got any other news?
that's
All
it.
right.
Any last words?
I'll be around.
Let's hear it.
Yeah, I'm not leaving the job, I'm just not gonna be doing this particular responsibility, that's all.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'll be around if you need anything.
All right.
Have we heard any more about when commissioners that are gonna be at?
Oh, yes.
I sent another email to the city manager's office, haven't heard anything. So they're.
But the things are upside down still with this.
Oh, say that again?
Well, isn't there acting,
People.
Yeah, but it's.
So Michael
it's
August, he
still
applied.
like-
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, and then
Being
he had a meeting scheduled with the mayor, but he had surgery, and then. I don't think he sent, I think it was Maricela or Rosa, hey, I can't make it, and then he didn't hear back. So I sent another email, hey. Can we get this,
Yeah, it's not,
you know,
that's cool.
finished, yeah. Yep. So,
All right.
Okay, well, I call the meeting to adjourn at 7:12.
Okay.
Thanks, everybody.
So that's still 8
Yeah.
we're good, yeah.
Thank you for your
you sign that,
service.
just put like under, like.
You could have come in at 3.